it's already butter, you know, like, oh my god. But it probably tastes great. I don't doubt it.
Let's see, I don't think we have -7, -7 available to commentate over his level either, so that's unfortunate, but we can tell you everything you need to know, and that is, this is going to be painful. So Ash, you're the first one to fall into the trap.
Yeah, that like, it took me like a couple of times to figure out what I was doing here. Like, I was very like baffled at first, but once I got it, I really, really like this level. I think it's really clever.
Yeah, it's really well done. Like, I'm interested to see how long our racers spend kind of fixated on incorrect solutions to it.
Like, my first instinct was to try to like break the bounce trap, but it doesn't do anything. Like, I tried to cheese this level really hard and I couldn't find a way. And this level has the kind of pattern that I like, which is like, it's a tiny room and you have everything you need in front of you, but you're just like, what the hell do I do? Like,
yeah.
You know? I like these tiny rooms with the exit like right in your face and you just can't get to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, no, you gotta figure it out. There's no cheese here.
Mm-hmm. But Haggis, I'm kind of curious because like we do have some like tripe kind of dishes, you know, like those parts of the cow that you usually don't eat.
Yeah.
And they're famous in some parts of the country, but yeah, like I imagine it's one of those things that if you grow up eating it, you think it's awesome, and if you don't, you think it's super gross.
I don't think there's really, like, there's not really that kind of attitude to it here. Like, haggis is like, you know, where everyone's like, okay, yeah, it's fine. You might not like it personally, but that's fine. Oh,
Gotcha.
Nice. Okay, so we have two solves on stream. King Torture and Space Cow both managing to solve the first stage. So good job for them. Looks like CS1 and Tough are also on level 2 as well, so let's pull them up.
So in case people in chat are not getting it, basically you want to get to the exit, but there's a bounce trap that throws you to the side because you're stepping on this ring of gold, right? And you're buying the flower that's on the right side. And if you want to not get bounced that way, you can't have any gold on you. If you don't have any gold on you, you're not going to buy the flower and you can just walk left. So you gotta find a way of not having any gold. That's the whole majig on this one. And I think, and I might be wrong on this, but I think that's why the level is called BONK.
Yes, it's a play on monk. So really we should be calling it BONK.
Monk. Yeah. Bard monk. So like you're bard, but you can't pick up any gold. Exactly, you're buying that flower, so you can't have any gold on you, and the whole majig is finding a way of doing the levels without using any gold. And King Torture is just destroying this. This is amazing.
Yeah, he's really going at it.
Mm-hmm. He's solving this a lot faster than I did.
So yeah, the key thing on, obviously, all like you can see it for CS1 currently, is, okay, so you have the golems, but they're all going to drop gold as well, so you got to be super careful.
Yes, you gotta like kill them in a smart way so that you have enough bombs
like
left.
That, yeah, there you go. Interesting. Oh yes, so the interesting thing here, as you can see with CS1, is if you can save a bomb, you get those 3 extra diamonds.
Yes, and you can't go back to the level later to get those diamonds. So like, he's trying to find the solution that saves an extra bomb so he can get more diamonds here. Which is something that I personally didn't do, so I'm really interested to see if he finds it. I just rushed ahead and I got 1 diamond and screw it, because like, I'll try to be the first to finish the level and get like the bonus points. But I don't know, what strat would you go for?
I would probably be the same, but that being said, I would probably be so bad that I would just just quit. but that's that's just because I'm bad. No, if I was approaching it genuinely, then I probably would be going for the quicker clear here. It's a lot easier, I think, to just clear the level than go for those extra 3.
And I'm seeing Tough and CS1 are both on the 3rd level, right?
Yep.
With the hot dogs?
As is King Torture. So I've got CS1, Tough Woe, King Torture, and Space Cow up. And we got 3 of the 4 on level 3.
Level 3 is another of my favorite. Like, this dungeon as a whole is just a lot of my favorite types of things. Like the small rooms with little stuff, and then this one is like luring. You gotta lure these guys in a specific way to get through, and I love that. I really like that. It took me quite a while to get through the hot doggies. I'm sorry I don't say Doge, but that just sounds so bad. So, like, doggy is better.
Doge.
Doge. This is a very clever puzzle, I agree with people in chat.
Yeah, and nice. So King Torture down onto the final puzzle. Now this one is a doozy. This one is... Honestly, I will be very impressed if King Torture manages to clear this one.
This one took me over an hour to get. Like, I was very, very, like, I have no idea, and then I had the idea, but it was hard to execute. So if someone solved this on the allotted time, it's like 10 out of 10. Congratulations.
Okie dokie, and there you go. So CS1's down onto the 4th one as well.
Some really fast puzzle solvers. I wonder what Spooty would be thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Spooty must be proud. They're channeling his energy all the way from GDQ.
Yeah, either that or he's imagining that I'm doing something related to Dong Play, and he's just really angry at me somewhere in the universe.
Oh wow! Okay, so we got we got Tough down onto the 4th level as well.
And Tough is trying an approach that I tried at first too. Like, somehow I thought I need to get the Goblin Bomber up to this and like explode the ring, right? And let's see what he finds.
This one's actually super duper interesting, and it does require a bit of out-of-the-box thinking. So, I'm personally excited.
Yeah, this is very thinky, and I like that with the diamonds, it's okay if people don't clear the entire dungeon, right? It doesn't mean the dungeon is bad or whatever. Like, it's like,
exactly.
It's totally fine. You can make a hard level if you want.
Exactly.
I like that.
Just because you don't clear, just because people don't clear it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. If no one clears it, you might be a bit too difficult. Yeah. But if only a fraction of people clear it, then again, that's not to say it's objectively bad.
If no one clears this one because of the last level, I wouldn't be harsh on it, you know what I mean? Because like I still think it's super clever, and like I think it's fine to have like a hard level to challenge the players too.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just see like now he's thinking. Now it's the okay. What do I do now?
I gotta overlay a thinking face emoji onto King Torture's stream.
I think it should be the mascot of PuzzDOR, like the thinking face.
Yeah. I did like that was my thought like when I was making the title. I was like, what can I put that's kind of snappy? Just thinking face emoji. That'll do. What's the time limit? Time limit for this is, I believe, 20 minutes. Let me just confirm. Time limit is 30 minutes. Time limit is 30. So you might be thinking, what the heck? But this, you'll understand.
I think it's not just the final level. I think it's also to give you time to do the golems and get all the diamonds if you want.
Yes.
I personally, I still want to go back and try to do the golems and get the extra bomb, because I didn't do it yet, and it just seems like a really clever, like, luring puzzle. you just gotta keep them together, and it's really cool. I like this kind of thing. Do you bomb the gold wall? You do not. Like, that would be like a really cheap solution. Right?
That would be
Just
so
make
like
one of the
horribly
gold walls.
cheap.
Yeah. I would hate that. I like to see the solutions people are coming up with in chat.
Yeah, exactly. It's slowly but surely becoming like a community effort. How do we solve this one?
Yeah, like everyone wants to kind of try it at this point.
Yeah, I think guys, we do release all the PuzzDOR levels after the fact, so you guys will have the opportunity to play all of these.
Oh, Steak, you cheese the game, rip. So, I think... Actually, never mind. But I think King Torture is having like the same kind of like mental steps I had. So I think he'll probably like start figuring it out soon.
Yeah. This is again one of these levels that requires super duper intricate game knowledge.
Yeah, it's like it's obscure, but once you figure out what you have to do, the execution is not like super impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's funny, right? Because you never play the game thinking of these things.
Exactly.
So,
this
like,
is just so totally kind of out there compared to what you'd be used to doing.
Mm-hmm. And the first thing I thought with this level is like, okay, there's like 4 gold piles on the floor and there's 1 bomb, so this is impossible. GG. I solved it. Yay.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's quite mind-bending. Okay, King Torture is doing exactly what I tried to do. I like this. I'm liking this. I think he might be able to solve it. Can I please get the level right now to try a solution?
You're gonna have to keep it in mind, Pillar.
Lol.
Okay, doke. I'm gonna swap out Space Cow for Ronkley, who is also on level 4.
But one thing that I realized when I was testing levels is that I'm really bad at getting the tips that players leave for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes the player does something that's like the level maker does something that's like very different between levels, and you're like, I completely ignore it. So for instance, on this level you have a spear. On all the other levels you had a dagger, right? So like, why is he giving me a spear on this level? That has to be relevant somehow, and it is. So I'm really bad at picking this stuff up fast. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I think Ronkley has got the right idea, but just it'll be a case of can he execute?
Let me. I wasn't paying attention to him. Let me check. Oh, okay. I am liking what I'm seeing on his screen. Yes. Then you think so much and then you move and you die. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh. Just all that kind of build up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think the one that's currently closest to the actual solution is Ronkley.
Yeah, I would probably say so.
Oh, maybe Tough as well. Tough also seems to have the correct idea. Tough, maybe even closer than Bronckley at this moment.
Oh!
Oh! I don't know if you guys saw that on Tough,
That's...
but that's interesting. That's looking good.
I think he's... Like, I think that's the right idea. You gotta get the lip.
I think he thunked. I think he really thunked.
Thinkity thunk that he thought.
Clackety greamy. And so as you can see, the Goblin Bomber drops a lot of gold, but the problem is the bomb explodes it. So how can you do something to prevent that? And I think he found a consistent way to do it.
Okay, that's probably the funniest non-solution to it so far from Tough. Was chasing the leprechaun into that trap little block.
Yeah. Also, I like what CS1 is kind of doing. He really wants to like lure the enemies onto the trap, and I spent some while doing that too, but I think it just doesn't work no matter what you do.
Yeah.
There's no way you can pull that off, yeah. So now comes the second part of it for Tough, which is like, how do you make the leprechaun get all the gold? And this is a part where I lost a lot of time, because like, you're not used to like wrangling a leprechaun, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You just hit it and you make him drop gold. You don't make him like chase things, you know?
Exactly.
And the leprechaun movement is not exactly like trivial. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's really weird when you actually study it a bit.
All dropping so much gold there, but yeah, it's definitely weird. So it might be worth just spending some time studying the leprechaun there. Just like make him move around, try to like lure it around a bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many beats he sticks around for. Is it 32?
I have no idea.
Again, it's another one of these questions. Who would know that? Even score runners.
Yeah, I think they just have like an intuition, right? I don't know if anyone knows the exact number. I want to say that it's a multiple of like 16 or 32 or something like that, but yeah, I'm not sure. 16 sounds about right, but
16, yeah, some kind of thingy of.
Heather
of
says it's 16. Yeah, I think it's 16. That sounds right.
16 seems like too few, though, having looked at it.
Yes. So that's the second mindfuck. There's something else you need to remember that leprechauns do, and that is extremely relevant for this. So how long do these guys have still?
They still got
like
12
13
minutes.
more minutes or something. All right, 12 minutes. So I thought the same thing Tough is thinking, that you need to make the leprechaun pick all these piles of gold up. And then it occurred to me that maybe ... thinkity thunkity. I just don't want to spoil people in chat.
Yeah, no.
I bet some of them have like
no spoils. Yeah, this is probably the most thinking face emoji of the level so far.
For sure. And I like that like Tough is slowly learning to wrangle the leprechaun around.
Yeah, he's gonna be a good leprechaun farmer once he gives up his career as a professional necrodancer player.
The leprechaun picks up gold. That's correct, Madoka.
That was something I didn't know until pretty recently as well, despite doing a ton of score runs. Like, it's just not something I'd ever seen it do. Because generally when you're spawning a leprechaun, it's around nothing else.
One place you might see that happening is on Spoody's stream when he's playing Coda and there's like gold on top of the exit. Sometimes he'll try to get a leprechaun to walk over the gold and take it off. But other than that, there's no like practical application of that. So like,
oh, Tough was so close.
Ooh.
His leprechaun wrangling is really coming along here.
Yeah, he's learning very fast, which is really cool. You don't need a very high multiplier for this, I think, because like I think people in chat are talking about the multiplier. The Goblin Bomber just drops a lot of gold anyway. Oh, you mean the multiplier for the digging the exit? It's an interesting concept. I don't know, Sir Churi. Would it? Hmm. Hmm.
I believe it does.
I believe my thinkies have been thunked.
Okay, I think Tough is trying something else now? Or did he maybe just... Yeah, he's going for a different solution now.
Yeah, I think some people are like walking away from the the right idea.
Yeah.
But like it's definitely impressive that they got a leprechaun out. Like that's probably the most mindfuck of this. It's like you need to like use the warlock to teleport the gold away from the bomb. Like it's the only way you could do that, I think. It's the only way you can get a leprechaun to spawn from a pile dropped by a goblin bomber. And
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
like if you can figure that out, it's GG already. It's like it's really nice that anyone can figure that out. I love that sweet time too, Shades Bolt.
Thanks, Shades.
Do you ever do like score runs? Because these like gold puzzles always like trick me because I don't know anything about score running. This one is the opposite. Like
yeah,
you don't need to pick up any gold. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. Like when I first played the game, I was predominantly a score runner, and then leading up to the last score door, I played a fair bit of score. Not not the greatest score runner in the world, but like things like this, you just never encounter because they're so wacky.
No, yeah, this is definitely on the obscure side of things. It can be some like when you're making a puzzle, you might just think about this, right? You're like, oh, can I get like a leprechaun to spawn from a goblin bomber? Let's try and do that. And then you do, and you're like, okay, let's make a puzzle, but not everyone else is gonna follow the same steps you did, you know, like so.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you get people like, yeah, getting very like thinky about this. But I think it's really, really cool. I really love this puzzle. And yeah, when I started playing Necrodancer, my thing was like every day I'd get like at night after work and stuff, I get with like 2 or 3 friends on Skype, and we do the daily together. Maybe like, oh, this item is here, this item is there. And I was always like, how the hell do people get like 20,000 gold? You know? Like,
yeah, exactly.
To be honest, I'm still like that even today.
Did anyone break anything? Not yet to 77 is actually the level creator, and if you want, you're more than welcome to hop into the commentator booth. We'll pull you in for the last couple of minutes here if you wanna talk about your level. But it's totally cool if you can't.
Mm-hmm. It'd be cool to have you tell us like how you thought of this, because it's really cool.
Yeah, good old BONK.
Bonk.
Friggin' BONK.
I thought it was a Team Fortress joke at first. Like, like, yeah, Team Fortress 2, and then 7 was like, what?
Man, it's such a thing. Like, if Alexis hadn't told me how to do this level, I would never have gotten it.
When I was solving the level, at some point I said, like, okay, I give up. Like, it had been 40 minutes, and I was on level 4 for, like, really long.
Yeah.
And I said, but I think what you have to do is use this guy to, like, summon a leprechaun and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, yeah, you have the right idea. So I just kept trying for, like, 1 more hour, and eventually got out. But I wouldn't have solved this on 30 minutes.
Why does the gold need to go? If you have any gold at all on the floor, then when you hit the bounce traps, or if you just have any gold on you, when you hit the bounce trap, you'll end up buying Dove's flower, which leaves you trapped. The idea is if you bounce off of Dove's flower, then you can move left because you go back to the bounce trap that the ring of gold is on, and then you can dig your way out. That's why they need to get rid of all the gold.
So, how much time do they have left? Like 3 minutes?
About 3.5. About 3.5.
Alright. So, like...
is my timer totally off? Hang on a second here.
I don't see why.
Yeah, no, it's right. Yeah, they got about 3.5.
Yeah. No, I just... Because I have the timer on Twitch, so it has some delay. But, like... I think when it's a bit closer to ending, we can probably talk about, like, the solution mechanic.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe we can just leave people curious.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is Tuff's doing wrong.
So, here's the thing. You can make the leprechaun pick gold up, but another thing that leprechauns do, if they hit you, they take all your gold away. And I completely forgot that. And I'm pretty sure there must be a way for you to solve the level by wrangling the leprechaun like that. But
he drops gold.
He does if you let him move. If you hit him and jump on him straight away, he doesn't drop any gold.
Thinking face emoji.
Yes, super thinky thonky. So, like, if you can come up with a good setup, you can pick all the gold up from the floor and summon the leprechaun and have the leprechaun steal all your gold. I'm sure there's, like, many ways to do this there, but yeah, like, it was funny because, like, I was just so, like, I need to wrangle this guy around and make him pick up the gold that I forgot he takes your gold for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, we are approaching the last 2 minutes here. Well, we're inside the last 2 minutes is what I should say. We have approached them. The approach is done.
T-2. There's something about, like, wrangling these enemies that move diagonally that's kind of like... It feels like you're running so fast and they just catch up with you all the time, and it's so annoying.
Okay, approaching the final minute here. So many of our racers so close. But, yeah.
And no one tried to set up a leprechaun hit, so I think somehow the level leads you to believe that, like, you have to make the leprechaun pick it up. And I don't think anyone even thought about letting the leprechaun hit them, which is kind of interesting because it happened to me too. You do not lose your multiplier from the leprechaun hit.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of another obscure mechanic.
I think I can kind of tell what Tough was doing wrong there at the end, but time is up. Oh man.
GG's though.
What a nasty one. A good
Oh,
level, but super tricky. I got like,
Yes.
just bravo. Honestly, I can't say anything else. Just bravo.
This is my kind of like, I love this. This is the kind of puzzle I like the most. This just hits all the right spots for me. It's like, GG, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, GG's to 7, -7, as is probably more commonly known. Oh, wow. Just, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get this vote started.
Bravo. Bravo.
Get your bonks in. Silly, goddammit.
Wow, a lot of 10s right away.
Yeah, a lot of high numbers here.
10s.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. This is gonna be high.
But yeah, this level on track to be our highest scoring level.
I think this is gonna be like 9 point something.
Yeah,
Like, this
I don't
is
see it
looking good,
dipping
yeah.
below much below 9. We still got another 50 seconds to vote, but make sure you get your votes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a, honestly, just an excellent level, brilliant concept. The way that the difficulty ramped up was really well done. I love the bonus diamonds on the golem level. That's a really interesting way of doing those. Yeah, just congrats all round.
Yep, very good. And I like that people are typing -7.
Yeah, exactly.
9.25 so far. Man, that's gonna be hard to beat.
And there you go, the voting is over. So Bonk is our new frontrunner with 9.26.
GG.
GG. Oh man,